showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Iowa State's offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Fires on the move. Working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The short hands, it's Williams. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Trojans. will go to work for the first time today. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Back to throw, it's Rivers. Oh, he's got a chance. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Going to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
So now it's second and long. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch, it's Jordan. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
To the air, it's Rivers. Quick completion on the out. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a 3rd down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. 1st and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this first possession, and force a field goal.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense changing the play. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You could run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for room. It's Hawkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. This offense has it with really good field position. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Trojans!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Right on the money. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Cyclones are on the move. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to buy time. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Cyclones come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rush is on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Rivers. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give out of the gun. Running to Green. Sweet cut there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Ross. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Quickly to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Trojans come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Unloads quickly. Touchdown USC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice.
About if you're the play caller on offense.
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to buy time. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Cyclones come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And that's a nice nice drive and nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Rivers. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give out of the gun. Running to Green. Sweet cut there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Ross. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Quickly to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Trojans come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Unloads quickly. Touchdown USC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Cyclones will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Right back to the well.
Man, it's hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Rivers. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It's now second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Now facing a third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over Kent State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Tamatova. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden...
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit.
Number 12, on to kick it away.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times.
There he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down. On the move, he fires. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, go.
Looking for room, it's Wormley. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. It's complete to the left. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Good enough for
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged on the outside, it's Jordan. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Got it in the middle, it's Ross. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
And he did get that extra point. The slippery surface, no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside is 5. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Got the quick completion. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Got a man. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that to the catch.
They're going back to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unleashes one. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Got it in the middle. It's Wells. He stopped short of the first down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. They'll run for it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They needed less than a yard, really too far to kick a field goal, a little too close to punt. Really not much of a decision there.
Yeah, and I really don't care where you're out on the field.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and kick.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, partner. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass, it's Fox. That's reeled in, it's Jordan. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he's brought down after a nice game. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll immediately call timeout.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
One more play to pad the stats. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Fox. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.